Is Carlos Sainz the most underrated driver on the grid? While all eyes were on the championship leaders, Sainz quietly delivered a stunning podium for Williams in Baku. This wasn't just a lucky result. It was a masterclass in racecraft and tire management. Williams, a team that has been in the doldrums for years, is finally showing signs of life, and Sainz is leading the charge. This podium is a huge statement, proving that he can deliver big results in a midfield car. Is this the start of a Williams resurgence? And is Sainz finally getting the recognition he deserves? What a drive.
You can never, ever rule out Max Verstappen. After a messy Friday, the reigning champion delivered a stunning comeback in Baku. He took a super pole and then dominated the race, reminding everyone why he's the man to beat. While his rivals faltered, Max was in a class of his own, navigating the chaos with ease. This win is a huge psychological blow to the championship fight, proving that even on an off weekend, he can still find a way to win. Is there anyone on the grid who can consistently challenge him? Or are we witnessing another year of total Verstappen dominance? The king of Baku strikes again.
Oscar Piastri's championship lead is crumbling. The young Australian had a disastrous weekend in Baku, crashing out of both qualifying and the race. It was a rookie error that could have huge consequences for his title hopes. While his talent is undeniable, the pressure of leading the championship is clearly starting to show. With his teammate Lando Norris closing in, the inter-team battle at McLaren is heating up. Is this just a blip or a sign of things to come? Can Piastri bounce back from this, or will the pressure prove to be too much? The next few races will be crucial.
The biggest shock in F1 today wasn't on the track. Christian Horner, the man who led Red Bull to years of dominance, is officially out. After months of speculation and internal power struggles, Horner has agreed to a multi-million-pound settlement and will leave the team immediately. This is a seismic shift in the F1 paddock. Horner was one of the most powerful figures in the sport, and his departure leaves a huge vacuum at Red Bull. What does this mean for the team's future, and who will replace him? The Red Bull empire is shaking, and the fallout from this will be felt for years to come.
What does an F1 driver's salary actually buy you? For Max Verstappen, it's a cool $65 million a year, not including bonuses. But for some drivers, it's a surprisingly modest figure. The gap between the top earners and the rest of the grid is massive. And with the budget cap in place, teams have to be smarter than ever about how they spend their money. Is a star driver worth more than a better car? It's a constant debate in the paddock. So, who do you think is the most overpaid driver on the grid? And who is the biggest bargain? The numbers might surprise you.
Why do so many F1 drivers live in a place smaller than Central Park? Monaco is the ultimate F1 playground, a tax haven where the world's best drivers can live a life of luxury and privacy. From multi-million-dollar apartments overlooking the harbor to super yachts and designer shopping, it's a world away from the racetrack. But it's not just about the glitz and glamour. It's a community, a place where drivers can relax and be themselves, away from the prying eyes of the media. So what's it really like to live in the most exclusive postcode in the world? And which driver has the most insane Monaco CAD? Is F1 becoming more about the celebrities than the cars? From Brad Pitt making a movie on the grid to random influencers getting paddock passes, the celebrity circus around F1 is bigger than ever. While it's great for the sport's image and brings in new fans, some are worried that it's becoming a distraction. Is the focus shifting from the racing to the red carpet? And are these celebrities genuine fans, or are they just there for the photo op? It's a fine line to walk. What do you think? Is the celebrity invasion good for F1, or is it time to get back to basics?
The most dramatic battles in F1 aren't always on the track. Welcome to the world of the F1 WAGs, the wives and girlfriends of the world's fastest drivers. From models and influencers to childhood sweethearts, the paddock is a catwalk of designer fashion and high-stakes relationships. But it's not all glamour. The pressure of life in the F1 fast lane can be intense. These women are not just partners, they are brand ambassadors, confidants, and a crucial part of a driver's support system. So who are the real power players in the paddock? And what's the secret to surviving life as an F1 WAG?
From spies and lies to deliberate crashes, F1 has a dark history of scandals that will leave you speechless. We're not just talking about bending the rules, we're talking about outright cheating and corruption. Remember Spygate, when McLaren was caught with Ferrari's secret data? Or Crashgate, when Renault ordered their driver to crash on purpose. And let's not forget the financial scandals, with team bosses and F1 supremos being accused of fraud and bribery. It's a world where the stakes are so high, some are willing to do anything to win. What do you think is the biggest scandal in F1 history?
He was the man who built the F1 empire, but his legacy is now in tatters. Bernie Ecclestone, the former Supremo of Formula One, has been convicted of tax fraud. He admitted to failing to declare over £400 million in assets to the taxman. For decades, Bernie ruled F1 with an iron fist, transforming it into a global multi-billion-dollar business. He was the ultimate dealmaker, a controversial figure who was both feared and respected. But now, his name will forever be associated with one of the biggest financial scandals in sports history. How will history remember Bernie Ecclestone? As a visionary or a villain?